There's an order of operations to this stuff. Otherwise, you can end up looking like this guy with his underwear outside his pants. Anyone remember Quail Man? All right, well, that's my generation. My parents were working, television raised me, okay? Nickelodeon, thank you. I'm a little Nickelodeon child. So we remember that you have to do parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, or else, if you do things in the wrong order, you will get the wrong answer. Does that make sense? When you first look at this problem, you have an instant gut reaction to just solve it left to right. How many of you guys here have an instant gut reaction when it comes to your student loans? Do you see what I'm saying? So what if I told you there was an order of operations here? And it's actually the same PEMDAS when it has to do with your money. You know, that's the right answer. Who here has student loans? Raise your hand. Someone stood up earlier. Who stood up earlier? What's your name? Imagine that this mic was a magic wand. And I just paid off all your student loans. How would you feel? I can't hear you. How would you feel? Ready? I'm not done yet. This magical wizard waved this magic wand again. Now you got 50,000 more in your savings account than you did the day before. Have we just drastically improved your liabilities? Yes or no? Have we drastically improved your assets? Yes or no? I'm going to make a bold statement, and I want to know if you agree or disagree. Just because we paid off all of our student loans and put $50,000 in the bank, it does not guarantee financial independence and security for the rest of your life. True or false? True. Why? What can happen? Hold up, we just paid off all of it. You stood up, you were so, loans. Payments. Now you don't have them anymore. And now you got 50 grand in the bank. Why isn't that it? What could still happen? So if you don't manage your cash flow, what can happen to that 50,000 real quick? What if you were so excited? Are you from Boston? Where are you from? Boston. Let's say you drove here, right? Let's say you're driving home and you were so excited. I just paid off all your student loans and gave you 50 grand. You call your mom. And you go, oh my God. And just as you're about to talk to her, you didn't see somebody cross the road. And they bounced off the windshield. So what people are already here, or they're saying to the audience here is that, what's their family going to try to do to you? What financial product do you have? Yeah, oftentimes the Massachusetts minimum for car insurance is $20,000 or $40,000. We have all these different financial priorities, guys. Everybody wants to pay off their loans, right? Yes or no? Everybody gets that. Everybody wants to save for retirement. Everybody gets that, right? Is everybody financially successful?
No.
Or even most people?
No.
Or even half?
No.
Do you guys know that 2 out of 3 people in the United States, 2 out of 3 Americans do not have $1,000 in savings?
Yeah.
1 out of 3 Americans does not own a savings account. Now, again, in my career, where I help folks in all different incomes, folks who make 30 grand, 50 grand a year, folks who make 300, 500 grand a year, folks who make 3 million, 5 million a year. And in all of those income levels, folks don't know what to do first. And they end up in analysis, paralysis, and doing the wrong thing. Let's go over PEMDAS. You ready? The P. The P stands for protection. Because what good is paying off all your student loans and having 50 grand in the bank if you don't have the right car insurance and then you go hit somebody, they sue you, and you lose everything? Is that financial success or financial failure if you lose everything? Failure. So what are the 3 things that you have to protect? If you're jotting notes, these are the 3 things. Number 1, every single one in this room has stuff. Some might have more of those. So what do I mean? If you're renting and you don't have renter's insurance and you come home to a fire truck standing outside of your apartment and the Q fireman says, I'm sorry. And he doesn't have a money jacket, but he's still scared. He goes, I'm sorry. Can't let you in. It's not safe. And you don't have renter's insurance. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna wear tomorrow? What's gonna happen eventually to the money in the bank? What might happen to your credit cards? Oh, shit. How much does renter's insurance cost? Anybody? $100 a year, $8 a month. And if something happens and there's a fireman outside, he says, sorry, you can't come in. You call the insurance company, you get a check for 30 grand. Go stay at the Peru, go shopping. What would you rather have? Now listen, Dave Ramsey's not gonna tell you the protection is the first thing to do. You know why? Because insurance isn't sexy. Is insurance sexy? Anybody? It should be. Damn. Yeah, check yourself before you. How about protect yourself before you wreck yourself? Right? That's right. So number two, what's the second thing you have? Is you have your income. This is your most important asset. It is not your 401k. It is you. You're gonna wake up. You're gonna go where? To work tomorrow to earn what? So long as you got a good head and shoulders on, right? And you're healthy, you're able to do so. If you can't do it, what happens to your paycheck? Right? So each and every one of you should know how to answer that question. If I hit someone, what happens? If I get sick or hurt and can't work, what happens? What happens to my paycheck? And the third thing is every single one sitting here has a legacy, whether you know it or not. Right? For someone like myself, the word legacy means everything. Generational wealth and opportunity. I mean, like, sitting here today, you guys all have the ability to determine the quality of life, not for just yourselves, but for your grandkids, 4 generations ahead of you. How powerful is that? Do you have to make 6 figures? No. You can be I've helped single mom public school teachers making 52 grand a year in Boston public schools with 11% going to a mandatory state pension. And they're still debt-free, no toxic debt, properly protected against the stuff that can go wrong, saving for the future, enjoying their life. They got the cutest Instagram photos, I double tap.